Part 5, everybody. Whoever's still watching. Gonna put the heads back on. Just got them back from the machine shop yesterday. So the rear head had a good compression. Had to resurface it because of a blown head gasket. Front head had 60 psi all across. Did a valve job on it. And new valve stem seals and whatnot. I already had a resurface before, so it was good. Now time to put them back on. I know for sure it's not a ring issue because my initial compression test was 200 across here on the bank 1, and it was 180, and it was 90 and 90, and obviously that changed to 60 all across, and then I did the leak down showing that it was leaking out of the valves. So yeah, I know for sure there's not going to be a bottom end issue, but we are going to be cleaning up all this stuff again, all the surface, get everything clean. Got 2 new head gaskets, new head bolts. The heater valve was leaking, so now that I have all this space, I can easily access it and replace it. And I think the only other thing that was leaking was this hose from the clamp, but I got a new clamp, so no big deal. Alright, and I'm not going to be recording each and every step, so I'll just skip to putting them all back together. Getting that valve adjustment done that I didn't do last time. Too tight. It's too loose over here. But yeah, getting it all done. Alright, I shouldn't be doing this, but I am, and I'm not hopeful at all. But let's give it a shot. I did a leak down after I put the heads back on. I was getting a lot of leakage out of the intake valves, exhaust valves. I don't think they did it right, but we'll find out. Same thing for the rear head. I was getting a lot of leakage. I'm just gonna give it a shot. I'm already here. I got it enough to where I can get it started, so we'll find out. Right now I hear a little, I think it was knocking, which wouldn't be a surprise because, you know, again, we didn't know the condition of the bottom end that well, besides compression. A little bit of ticking coming from the rear, but it wasn't on startup. Maybe that's something rattling, I don't know, but actually, nothing, it actually doesn't sound crazy. Like light valve thing noise, that's okay. Was hearing like a knocking. If it gets louder when I rev it up, then yeah, bottom end. But honestly, I'm surprised. My initial worry was, okay, it's probably gonna run like shit because it's got, when I did a leak down before doing a heat cycle, I put 100 psi on this cylinder, and it was only 30. And that was pretty nasty. Same thing for the other ones, 30 to 40 psi when I applied 100 psi on the leak down test. And well, right now, well, the coolant isn't bubbling up, so that's a good sign. Besides the normal bleeding the air out of the system, not like before where it was just gushing and pouring out. And now it seems smooth. Now I hear some noise from the back. But again, I'll have to rev it up and see if it gets louder. Well, let's go ahead and rev it up a little bit. I don't have the alternator. I don't know how long the battery's gonna last. Let's just rev it up a little bit. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, we might have a bottom end issue too. Sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, most people wouldn't record their failures, but I gotta record it. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. It is what it is. I've torn apart this engine twice already, right? Yeah. And right now it was running like crap, making a lot of noise. I don't even have the energy to keep trying to tear this thing apart and mess with it anymore. So towards the end of me trying to get it to warm up, it was throwing out a lot of pressure from the cooling system again. And nah, I can admit I did not go about this the right way. I could have inspected things thoroughly the first time around instead of just being lazy and slapping stuff back together after thinking it was going to be okay. And I'll probably have issues with the valve job. I'm pretty sure I did, because the leak down I did when I put it back together and I hadn't ran it yet showed that I was getting a lot of leakage. For sure I know this engine has low compression now, and it could or could not be because of something up with the heads. But at this point, I was also thinking that I heard some bottom end chatter, not exactly knocking, but who knows. And do I really want to risk it at this point? Keep investing time into an engine that's still going to be questionable because of how hot it got? Yeah. Nah, I'm wising up right now. It's time to get another engine. And I've been shopping around, and the reason I didn't want to get an engine from the get-go was because people were trying to sell them for $1,500 for a Type S engine. And, well, I could have said, yeah, you know, I'm only in at $300 at the beginning, plus whatever else, which wasn't much. And I could have came out with a car for only, I guess, about $2,000 running Type S. But I think I have another idea. Alright, it's a beautiful Sunday. I finally decided to give an update to the last parts of the engine repair video. I kind of just abandoned the car over there, but I'm not giving up yet. I was just messing with my other project. Race car's chilling for now. I'll probably make a video on that later. If you know my screen name, and that'll give you a hint onto what that car is. I'll go into it later. For now, just to sum it up, I had to look back at my old videos and try to remember where I left off. So I left off with it ran and moved, but it ran like crap, and it was knocking, it was ticking, still something wrong with it. I didn't fix it right, I didn't look at it right from the beginning, and this is what happened. So what are we gonna do now? We're not gonna give up. We got another engine, and no, it's not that one. Alright, so here we are. Replacement engine coming out of an RL 09. We'll see how this is gonna go. I don't want to have any more bad luck. Alright, we got the new engine home now. And picked this up for about $700. So I'd say that was a pretty damn good deal. I'll see when I get around to installing it. But yeah, there's my update. Still going at it.